Welcome to the 19th week in the life of a period vlog. If you don't know what a week in the life of a period vlog is, I literally vlog a week in the life of my period to stamp out the stigma surrounding menstruation and to make it less of an embarrassing thing. I need to make this quick because I need to go, but you'll never guess what just happened. Well, you probably can. I was just about to leave for work and I felt something, went to the toilet and I had bled through pants, my good jeans. It just came like the Shining moment. It didn't even give me a chance, like a little like taster. Just as well I noticed it, or just as well I felt it when it, just as well it happened when it did, because see if I was out and this happened I'd have been screwed. I didn't have anything in my bag. I was not expecting it today. Luckily it meant I could salvage the situation before I went out. But what the hell, period? Like, I'll catch up with you later because I knew that I was due, but I'll tell you in a bit. I need to go, bye. Can we just ignore the weird porno lighting that's going on right now? I have really bad skin. I have this going on right now and I look really tired. Actually, do you know what? I said on Instagram that I would show my actual skin. This is what I'm dealing with right now. But whatever, it's like those kind of like smooth spots that you can put makeup over and it covers it fine. I knew that I was due because I could feel it like a week ago, but yesterday I woke up and I felt, and I haven't felt like this since like high school, like I felt so low, and I never ever feel like that on my period. Like usually I'm quite motivated, I have that love for everyone. It's really weird, and I just want to talk philosophically about everything, like really in depth. But yesterday I woke up and I struggled to get out, wow, I struggled to speak English. I struggled to get out of bed, which is so unlike me. That is not me at all. And then I got up and I was talking to Steph and my friends and stuff, and I was messaging them like, what's going on? And then I didn't think I was due my period till next week, so I thought it's definitely just hormones, it's definitely just hormones. I've been having the worst nightmares, but like in a weird way I quite like my nightmares because they're like amazing horror film material. Not going to tell any of you what they were in case anyone steals my idea for a horror film. But it was really good. So I woke up a bit kind of nervy and that. Today I woke up and I felt better. I was about to head, I told you I was about to head out the door for work and I just felt something. I went to the toilet and I bled everywhere. So what would have happened? If that had happened when I was out, I would have had to phone my boss and been like, just bled through everything, got to go home. So I'm kind of glad that it happened when it did. That was such good timing. Thank you, vagina. But look at my dark circles as well. Like, does anyone just look ill when they're on their period? To be fair, I look like this without makeup most of the time, but today is something. I can't believe I'm putting this in the vlog, but it's just my face, who cares. I'm going to have a read in the bath and then watch Orange Is the New Black. That's my night, bye. I have felt so good today. I'm in such a good mood. Work's been really good. I hate the word good, I keep using the word good. I've got an orthodontist appointment to see about my braces, and then I've got a MetaFit exercise class tonight. I'm looking forward to it. All the school kids that have caught me vlogging. Hey! Alright, you'd think I'd be over this by now. I felt good today. Period's been pretty heavy, so I'm really looking forward to this exercise class while trying to hold in my tampon. Okay, bye. I just went to Greg's and it was so busy that the staff were like pure freaking out. And they're always so nice as well. I feel bad for them, but I went and I got all my stuff. I got like a sausage roll and a coffee, and then the girl handed me my coffee and went, thanks very much, and I went, thank you. And as I was walking out I realised I haven't paid, so then part of me was like, right, I could walk away and I could just get away with a free lunch, but I couldn't. I felt so bad, so I turned back and I went back up the queue again, which was out the door. Went back up to the counter and the girl just looked at me and went, it's Friday. And I was like, I know. She was blaming it on herself because she was like, I never asked for the payment, I forgot. And I was like, no, I forgot, I just walked away. Bless her. So could have got a free lunch, but I didn't. I feel good today. I made plans with Steph for tomorrow night to go out, so I'm excited about that. And I'll bring the camera and I'll be staying over at our house. Oh, there's the postman. Things are good, mood's good, period's good. I need to go to work, bye. I'm just about to leave to get these roots done. Oh, look how rooty they are. You can totally tell I'm not a natural blonde. Cannot wait to get these done. And then go out tonight. Yay! Oh, hello. Period today's pretty good. Light. I'll probably catch you at Steph's. Your best bet is to stay away. It's one of those days. I can't swear in my videos. We're listening to Limp Biscuit. The biscuit with the limp. Hey, I'm at Steph's house, obviously. My roots have been done. I do still have like dark bits, but it's like blended. Period's fine. We're gonna go out. That's it. There's nothing really to update on. Period's fine. My eyes watered a bit earlier. Why did they water again?
I can't remember.
It was something really stupid, like I said I was having fun or something. My eyes watered.
You were really cheesy, you were really happy.
I said, oh yeah, I said I just felt a burst of happiness and then my eyes started watering and I was like, thanks period, make me look really unsure.
I started crying today beside a baby crying.
You've cried because you had a baby crying? That's not like you.
Crying in the shop centre, so I cried.
Have you got your period?
No, but I should have.
Give me something to break! It makes me laugh because it's so lame. Give me something to break!
So limited.
Biscuits! Yummy! I just exercised and that is why I look this good. Period is practically away. My mood's been fine. Had a really good night with Steph on Saturday night. After that clip that you last saw, we had a proper mad night out. Ended up in the Catty in Glasgow, where we always end up. It was just mad. Yesterday I didn't vlog because we were just so hungover. I took a wee walk to Greg's and I got us like some lunch and stuff and then we just sat and watched First Dates. Just lay on the couch and watched First Dates for hours. I wanted to ask if anyone on here has experienced, sorry I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder because I'm like, oh. I wanted to ask if anyone on here has had experience with, if anyone, oh my god, if anyone has had experience with deja vu and epilepsy. I'm going somewhere with this. So I get a thing and it usually occurs just before my period, like a week before my period. I get it all the time, but when it's like most prevalent is before my periods. I get such intense deja vu that it makes me that it makes me a little bit not dizzy but sort of like out of it. I don't zone out. Like I read online about this and a lot of people that have temporal lobe epilepsy, right, this is what kept coming up. I'm not saying that I've got epilepsy or anything, but what kept coming up was people with temporal lobe epilepsy get intense deja vu and it's always like it escalates before their period, so it's like a connection and they get deja vu so intense that it makes them like zone out for a bit. I don't zone out, but it hits me so intensely for like 10 seconds that I'm just sort of like taken aback and I sort of daze for a while afterwards, and it's sort of like a really weird, this is going to sound crazy, but somebody else, or I saw a few people on Reddit describe it as this exact experience as well. A feeling of like a vision, like being able to tell the future, and that, I know that sounds crazy, but this is what people with epilepsy have said they experience. So when I get my deja vu, it's not deja vu of something that's happened already, it's triggered by stuff. Like for example, if I drive at night, then sometimes like if there's like not light, maybe it is the light, I don't know, but when I'm driving at night and I see like lights and stuff like that, sometimes I get it from that and I get such like intense deja vu, but it feels like deja vu of something that hasn't happened yet, so almost like a vision, like a this is going to happen in the future type situation. I've got different ones and I can't make them out fully, but like for example, right, I've got one vision where I feel like I'm in America and I've never been to America, but I know that I'm in America. And then there's one where it's like sometimes triggered by, it's always winter time. I've had this for years, I've never been to see it. No, I've been to see about it once or twice actually, that's a lie, but the doctors didn't have a clue what I was on about. So I get one that's triggered by wintry autumn. I've got one where I'm in a forest and it's like I know that it's years from now and I'm in a forest and I've got a family and I can't like see it really clearly, like I don't know if I'm like who I'm with or like if I'm with anyone. I just know that I've got kids and it's really strange. That's like another one of my deja vus. It feels like it's happened but it's not happened yet. I've had a new one recently where I'm in a bar and that one's sort of more, I can see what's happening in that one, but it's all very strange. And whenever I google this, like I've never like googled like psychic vision blah blah because I'm like it's not that but when I google it, epilepsy comes up. It's always temporal lobe, I can't remember, I think it's like temporal lobe epilepsy, and people that have this sort of epilepsy experience these visions where they just experience like really intense deja vu, but it feels like something that's never happened before. And it's such a specific thing that happens to me that I'm like, it's got to be a thing if other people are experiencing the same thing and they all have epilepsy. So when I went to the doctors about this previously, she was just a bit like, I'm sure it's not anything serious, but my mum's friend's son has just been diagnosed with epilepsy, and he figured out that he had it because he was having really intense deja vu. And when my mum told me that, I was like, oh my god, I've been having that for years. And I don't want it to escalate into something more serious where I'm actually like having seizures or something, but the fact that this is what I'm experiencing and people with epilepsy are experiencing the same thing, I'm like, okay, this is something that should get checked out. But I just wanted to know if anyone else experiences intense deja vu. It's really, really strange. Like my mum was like, maybe you're psychic, and I was like, no, I think it's something else. Could be, you never know. It's an option, you never know. But it's very weird, and I get it. I do get it. Like, I read online something like people like experience deja vu a few times a year, a few times a day, and it's like always maybe a week before my period, and then during my period and during my cycle. I get it multiple times a day, but otherwise I just get it maybe once a week, a few times a week. But it is still more frequent than I think other people are experiencing deja vu, so I don't know if it's a thing. But let me know if you experience deja vu. I'd be really interested to hear, or like what you think could be happening. Maybe I'm psychic, maybe I'm predicting my future. Be nice, I wouldn't mind going to America. And then I'm also like, oh my god, like the day that I do go to America, will I get the deja vu again? Because it's like deja vu of something that I've not yet experienced. But when I do experience it, will I get the deja vu again and be like, this is what I've been imagining? Or this could be epilepsy. I just thought that would be interesting to share, because it's totally, it happens way more when I'm due my period. So it's related, it is related. I don't know if it's like to do with the hormones or what, but it's very strange and it freaks me out. It's like, it's not like a bad, it's not anxiety, it's not like a bad feeling when I get it. It's like nice, I get like a nice feeling. I'm also having trouble with like nerves and stuff. See, even just sitting like that made me get pins and needles, so that's something that I've been to see about before. But I don't know if it's all interlinked or like what the hell's going on, but I thought I would share. Thanks for listening to my weird deja vu rant. Bye. I'm having a day already. Period. I'm just vlogging anyway, even though my period's gone. I hope it's gone because I'm not wearing anything. So if it's here, then I'm screwed. Because, right, where do I begin? I'm doing a thing, right? I'm doing a thing next month that I can't even believe I said yes to. It's exciting and it's going to be amazing. But basically, I'm doing a workshop for Year of Young People. And I've got to run 4 workshops on vlogging and using your voice online. But it's going to be like 40 kids in each workshop. That's the thing that's happening. It's a lot of kids. And you know what I'm like with public speaking. My anxiety is completely through the roof with this whole thing. I know I can do it and it's going to be good, but I need to prep. Anyway, so I was meeting the girl that is like running the thing, Fiona. She was so lovely. But right before I went to meet in the cafe, which I was already nervous about, my water leaked in my bag. So my backpack, which is already, I mean, gross enough, looks like this. So I had to leave my bag in the car because I didn't want to bring that into the cafe. So I had like stuff different in my pockets. My camera was in my bag. Luckily it was just the case that was soaking wet. The camera was dry, thankfully. My book was in there, my diary was in there, my pads, everything's really wet. My book is salvageable, diary's fine. So I was lucky. And then I thought I'd left my bank card in the cafe, but actually I just dropped it outside like an idiot. I was kind of nervous meeting Fiona, and I feel like I was a little bit, you know when you meet someone new and you think of all the awkward things that you did? Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Even though it was probably fine. But now I have this workshop to think about. I'm working till 8:30 tonight. Tomorrow is a day as well. I'm getting shadowed by someone on some quite difficult shifts. And then Thursday I'm working till 10:30 at night. So I really don't have a lot of time for YouTubey stuff right now, for editing and all that. And there's like other things going on where I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Don't know if this will be up before I do the workshop, but if it is, then if you are in high school, or if you know you're someone, I don't know. What do you think I should tell, what do you think I should talk about this workshop for kids about vlogging and using your voice online? Thanks, bye. So as you can see, that period there was pretty easy. but the deja vu thing freaking me out a little bit. I still haven't been to the doctors about it. I will go eventually at some point. Instead of answering the questions or the reply to the comments that he's left in the last vlog, because that was in like July, I asked on Instagram for like topics or questions relating to periods, and I'm going to reply to those instead. But remember, if you want featured in the next week in the life of a period vlog, leave a question or a comment down below and I will reply to a bunch of comments in the next one. Somebody said cravings for different food when your Aunt Flo comes to town. Cravings? I generally just get hungry. I feel like I don't crave specific things, or maybe I do each month and I just haven't noticed, but I just want crap food. I want greasy food, I want chocolate, obviously, stuff that just isn't healthy. Someone else said, what do you use to help you feel better? Heating pad, hot bath. Heating pads are something that I've never actually used, and I feel like I should, because when I'm at work and I've got cramps, it really is, it's awful. But what I like to do is have a bath at night. I love reading in the bath, and the bath, like the hot water helps my stomach so much. I love it, it's my favourite. And that person also asked, do you feel more anxious before, during or after your period? That's another thing that I don't know if I've noticed. Maybe you will have noticed from the vlogs. Like a week before my period, or a little bit more, I do tend to get a bit, not anxious, just my moods are always a bit better, which is strange. I'll often feel like how I wish I felt most of the time when I'm on my period. I just get more enthusiastic and motivated. I do get that little period, lol, of like, it's only like a day or half a day where I feel snappy and a bit kind of that ragey way, but most of the time I don't get that and my moods are really good. So I don't know, that's something I'll need to pay attention to. Someone said how amazing menstrual cups are for the environment and the health of your foof. Yeah, I'm going to try and use my menstrual cup next time. I've got the moon cup. What other cups would you recommend? Because my moon cup tends to leak and people say it's because I'm not putting it high enough. On the website it says moon cups are designed to sit a bit lower, like just as you insert them, and I find that when I put them higher it leaks more. But when I follow the thing on the website that says to keep it a bit lower down, like keep the stem just in your vagina, then it doesn't leak as much. I don't know. Menstrual cups are probably the best thing that you can do, or that you can use. You're saving so much money. You're not buying hundreds of tampons and pads, you know, regularly, because, and then you won't be binning these, they won't be getting flushed. Tampons and pads get flushed down the toilet so much, and it's like, I don't know why people don't realise that you can't, it's just not a thing we get taught, not to flush pads and tampons. You don't flush them down the toilet. Pads and tampons are not good for the environment, and I need to start getting a grip and not using them as much. So maybe like cloth pads, if that's a thing for you. Using my thanks pants more. My favourite question that I got was, where is the best place to put a period in a sentence? How did a period come about in English language? Nice. Then Nico said, who is someone I follow on Instagram, he said, any tips on how guys could be best supporting someone who's having a period or help reduce the stigma? Supporting someone having a period, just listen to them. Ask them what they want, what they would like you to do. It's all relative, like everybody's different. As for helping reduce the stigma, talk about things. So if a woman's been open about her period, ask questions. If you don't know things, get involved in the conversation. The more people talk about it, the more the stigma will be reduced. I know that a lot of people with periods don't like talking in front of men about it because they think men will be like, ew, gross, and that is part of the problem. So don't be a dick. Don't put women down that are talking about their periods. And I totally appreciated his comment, or his message even. And then I replied to him and I said, I love this question, I thought I'd ask first before sharing it. And he said, totally go for it. I was a bit apprehensive in case it came across all, but what about men? But I don't mean it like that at all. I think a lot of the stigma can come from men who make jokes or judgments though, so think that education could be important in helping it being a more open topic. And yeah, totally forgot to mention that. Education, educating people on it, huge part of it. Like I said, if you want to be involved in the next week in the life of a period, then leave a comment down below and I will discuss it maybe in the next video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I want to start doing them again monthly. What else do you want to see in these videos? Is there anything that I could be adding to them or doing differently? Let me know. We like your feedback and constructive criticism. So if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy my content, please subscribe. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, because it helps me out and it gets the video out there. And if you want notified of when I upload, click the notification bell. Thanks very much for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!